How to manipulate your energy to create quantum events in your reality. Welcome, dear listener, to our exploration of energy and reality, a journey where we uncover the power within us to create and influence the fabric of our existence. In this first part, we will delve into the essence of our being and the universal energy that connects us all. Understanding the energy within. At the core of our spiritual practice is the understanding that we are more than just physical entities. We are beings of energy, intricate and interconnected with the universe that surrounds us. This energy is not static. It is dynamic and responsive to our intentions and emotions. To begin manipulating energy for creating quantum events, it is essential to recognize the energy that we hold within ourselves. Think of it as the unseen force that animates our existence. This energy is often referred to as chi, prana, or simply life force. It is the essence that courses through us, connecting our consciousness to the cosmos. Now let's consider the concept of quantum events. Quantum events are occurrences at the smallest scale of the universe, yet they have profound implications on the macro scale. They teach us that, at the fundamental level, particles are not in one state or another, but in all possible states simultaneously until observed. This principle reflects in our reality where possibilities are endless until we choose to focus our energy on one, bringing it into existence. The first step to manipulating energy is awareness. You must become acutely aware of your internal energy. This means tuning into the subtleties of your feelings, the nuances of your thoughts, and the whispers of your intuition. How does your energy shift throughout the day? What changes it? What patterns do you notice? Awareness also involves understanding the interconnectedness of all things. Your energy is not isolated. It interacts with the energies of others and the world around you. Have you noticed how your mood can affect others, or how the environment can affect your internal state? This is energy in conversation with energy. The next step is intention. Setting a clear intention is like drawing a map for your energy to follow. Without intention, energy flows without direction, like water spreading out on a plain. But with intention, energy moves with purpose and power, like a river carving through the landscape. When you set an intention, you are telling the universe exactly what you wish to manifest. But be mindful, for intention is more than just thought. It is thought with commitment. It's the difference between wishing for something and deciding to act towards it. Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons. Intention must be coupled with emotion for it to be truly powerful. Emotion is the language of the universe. It is the charge that propels your intention out into the world. When you infuse your intention with genuine emotion, love, excitement, gratitude, you amplify its power. Now, how do you align your energy with your intention? This is where visualization comes into play. Visualization is not mere daydreaming. It is a focused and purposeful exercise. It is the act of creating a mental image so vivid and detailed that your body and mind respond as if it were real. As you visualize, engage all your senses. What does the reality of your intention feel like? What sounds accompany it? What does it smell like? The more immersive your visualization, the more your energy aligns with the reality you wish to create. But visualization alone is not enough. You must also take aligned action. Action is the physical manifestation of your intention. It is energy in motion, and it signals to the universe that you are serious about your commitment. Aligned action does not necessarily mean grand gestures. Sometimes, it is the small, consistent steps that build the momentum. It is the daily practices that align your energy with your intention, slowly but surely bringing your desired reality into being. As you cultivate awareness, set intentions, evoke emotion, visualize, and take aligned action, there is an essential element that ties all these together: trust. You must trust in the process, in the power of your energy, and in the responsiveness of the universe. Trust requires a degree of surrender. It is an acknowledgement that while you can set intentions and take action, the universe has its own flow and timing. Can you let go of the need to control every outcome? Can you trust that what you seek is seeking you, and that it will arrive at the right moment? To close this first part, I invite you to reflect on this question. What energy are you currently nurturing within yourself, and how might it be shaping your reality? Contemplating this can reveal the profound connection between your internal state and the external events of your life. Let's take a moment to breathe in this inquiry, allowing it to resonate within the deepest chambers of our being. The alchemy of emotions. Moving deeper into our exploration, we now turn our attention to the transformative power of emotions. Emotions are the language of the soul, the raw materials from which we can alchemize our desired reality. They are not mere reactions to the world around us. They are also precursors to the events we manifest in our lives. In this second part, we explore how to master our emotional landscape to create quantum events. It begins with the understanding that every emotion carries a specific vibrational frequency. Just as different musical notes have their unique vibrations, so too do our emotions. Think of a time when you felt a profound sense of love or joy. Recall the expansiveness of that feeling, the way it seemed to radiate from you and touch everything in your vicinity. Now contrast that with a moment of sadness or anger. Remember the contraction, the heaviness, the way those emotions seem to pull you inward. These are not just metaphorical descriptions, but actual energetic states that have a tangible impact on what we attract into our lives. To manipulate energy through emotions, we must first become masters of our emotional states. This does not imply suppressing what we feel. On the contrary, it means fully acknowledging our emotions, understanding their origins, and learning to navigate through them with grace. One effective way to master emotions is through the practice of mindfulness meditation. By sitting in stillness and observing our emotional ebb and flow without attachment, we gain insight into their transient nature. We learn not to be overwhelmed by them, but to see them as signals, guiding us towards deeper self-awareness. As we become more adept in our emotional understanding, we can then consciously choose the vibrational frequency we wish to embody. If we desire to experience more love, we can cultivate feelings of compassion and kindness. By doing so, we do not just feel better, we actually emit a vibrational frequency that resonates with experiences of love and draws more of them into our lives. Another critical aspect of emotional alchemy is gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful frequency that shifts our perspective from lack to abundance. It opens our hearts and broadens our vision, allowing us to see the blessings already present in our lives. When we operate from a place of gratitude, we become magnets for more blessings, attracting circumstances that reinforce our state of thankfulness. It is also important to address the role of negative emotions. Negative emotions are not inherently bad, they are part of the human experience. However, when we become stuck in negative emotional patterns, we create blockages in our energy flow. These blockages can prevent us from manifesting our intentions. The key is to transmute negative emotions. This involves acknowledging them, understanding their message, and then consciously shifting our focus to emotions that serve our higher purpose. This is not about forcing happiness, but about choosing a perspective that aligns with our intentions. For instance, when faced with disappointment rather than dwelling in the energy of defeat, we can seek the lesson within the experience. We can ask ourselves, what can I learn from this? How can this help me grow? By doing so, we transmute the energy of disappointment into one of growth and resilience. Now, consider the role of emotional coherence, the alignment between our heart and mind. When our thoughts and emotions are in harmony, we create a powerful coherence that amplifies our ability to manifest. This coherence creates a clear signal to the universe, one that is free from the static of internal conflict. Achieving emotional coherence requires practice. It involves aligning our thoughts with our emotions, so they work together towards our intentions. It is the state where our head and heart agree, where our desires are not just wishes but convictions backed by the full force of our emotional power. In practical terms, emotional coherence can be cultivated through affirmations, which are positive statements that reinforce our desired state of being. When repeated with feeling and belief, affirmations help to align our thoughts and emotions, creating a fertile ground for manifestation. But let's not mistake this process for a mere mental exercise. It is a full embodiment of the state we wish to achieve. It is living as if our desired reality is already here, feeling the emotions associated with it so profoundly that the universe cannot help but respond. As we conclude this second part, I invite you to reflect on the vibrational frequency of your current emotional state. What emotions are you nurturing, and how might they be influencing the quantum events you are experiencing or wish to experience? Let's pause here to allow these insights to permeate our consciousness, knowing that our emotions are powerful tools for shaping our reality, the symphony of synchronicity. In this third segment, we turn our attention to the orchestration of life's seemingly unrelated events into a meaningful whole. Synchronicity, a term coined by psychologist Carl Jung, refers to the meaningful coincidences that occur in our lives. These are events that are connected not by causality, but by meaning, often appearing as if by magic when we are aligned with our true purpose. The art of creating quantum events through synchronicity lies in our ability to tune into the subtle, often overlooked threads that weave our experiences together. It is about recognizing patterns and embracing the flow of life, even when it appears chaotic or random. To tap into the symphony of synchronicity, we must first embrace a state of openness. This means being receptive to the unexpected and looking beyond the surface of our daily experiences. It's about listening to the whispers of intuition and trusting the nudges that guide us toward our next step. Openness also involves releasing our rigid expectations. While intentions are crucial, being overly attached to a specific outcome can blind us to alternative pathways that may lead to even greater fulfillment. Can you hold your intentions lightly, giving room for the universe to co-create with you? The next key component is alignment. When we align our energy with our deepest truth, we emit a clear signal into the universe. This clarity acts like a beacon, attracting circumstances, people, and opportunities that resonate with our essence. Alignment is not a one-time event, but a continuous process. It requires regular self-reflection and a commitment to personal growth. It asks of us to fine-tune our being, much like a musician tuning their instrument, to ensure we are in harmony with our innermost desires. Another aspect of embracing synchronicity is the cultivation of patience. The unfoldment of synchronistic events does not adhere to our personal timelines. It follows a divine timing that is beyond our immediate understanding. Patience is not passive waiting. It is an active state of anticipation. It is the gardener tending to the plants, trusting that with the right conditions, growth is inevitable. Can you trust in the seeds you've planted and give them time to blossom? Now let's consider the role of action. While it's true that synchronicity often feels like the universe is handing us opportunities, it is our responsibility to take action when these moments arise. Synchronicity is not a substitute for effort. It is the coalescence of our effort with the opportune moment. Taking action can sometimes mean stepping out of our comfort zones. It may involve saying yes to an unexpected invitation or following a hunch that doesn't seem to make sense at the moment. It is in these acts of courage that synchronicity finds its most fertile ground. Furthermore, to navigate the symphony of synchronicity, we must learn to differentiate between true guidance and mere coincidence. This discernment comes from a deep connection with our inner self. It is the quiet confidence that arises when we know we are on the right path. True guidance often comes with a sense of peace, even when it leads us into the unknown. It feels right in our core, beyond logical reasoning. Coincidence, while interesting, does not carry this same resonance. It may catch our attention, but it does not stir our soul toward action. So how do we strengthen this discernment? By cultivating silence and stillness. In the quietude of our being, we can hear the subtle messages meant for us. It is in silence that we can distinguish the signal from the noise. As we move through our days, let us be attuned to the signs and symbols that appear. The universe speaks in a language of synchronicity, offering us clues and confirmations along our path. Pay attention to recurring themes, words, or images that show up in your life. They are often pointers towards your next step or affirmation of your current direction. As we draw this part to a close, I invite you to consider the role of synchronicity in your life. How might the universe be speaking to you through meaningful coincidences, and are you ready to act upon them? Let us sit with this inquiry, allowing the concept of synchronicity to weave its wisdom through the tapestry of our lives, the tapestry of transcendence. In the concluding part of our journey, we delve into the ultimate potential of human experience, the ascension to a state of transcendence, where the limitations of the physical realm give way to the boundless possibilities of the spirit. Here, we stand at the precipice of our own evolution, gazing into the infinite, ready to weave the final threads into the grand tapestry of our existence. Transcendence is the act of rising above and going beyond our normal limits. It is a state where consciousness expands and we are no longer confined by the constructs of time, space, and identity. In this exalted state, the illusion of separation dissolves and we experience oneness with all that is. To embody transcendence, we must traverse the inner landscapes of our being and unlock the gates that lead to our highest self. This often entails a profound transformation, a shedding of old skins, and an awakening to a new dawn of awareness. The path to transcendence is paved with the virtues of humility, surrender, and love. Humility allows us to recognize that we are but a small part of a much larger whole. Surrender grants us the grace to let go of our need to control, and love is the force that unites us with the eternal. One of the hallmarks of transcendence is the experience of profound peace and contentment. It is a peace that does not depend on external circumstances, but flows from the wellspring of our inner being. In this state, joy is not transient, but an enduring presence that colors our perception of the world. In the process of transcending, we often encounter moments of profound insight or enlightenment. These flashes of understanding illuminate our purpose and place within the cosmos. They are revelations that offer us a glimpse of the divine blueprint and our role within it. Such moments of enlightenment are not reserved for the select few. They are accessible to each of us when we align ourselves with the frequency of the universe and open ourselves to receive its wisdom. As we embrace transcendence, we become co-creators with the universe. We learn to harness the power of intention, not for personal gain, but for the greater good. Our actions become offerings of service, our lives a testament to the potential that resides within the human spirit. Transcendence also brings with it a heightened sense of intuition and psychic ability. As we tune in to the subtler dimensions of existence, we develop a more profound sensitivity to the energies around us. This intuitive knowing becomes a guiding light, leading us towards our highest good. Furthermore, in a transcendent state, we discover the art of interdimensional travel. Through meditation, visualization, and other spiritual practices, we can explore different realms of consciousness. These experiences expand our understanding of reality and our place within it. The journey towards transcendence is also a healing one. As we release our attachments and heal our wounds, we clear the way for our ascension. This healing is not only personal but also collective. As we heal ourselves, we contribute to the healing of the collective consciousness. As we stand at the threshold of transcendence, let us embrace the mystery that is our existence. Let us honor the journey that has brought us here and look forward with anticipation to the path that lies ahead. Let this part serve as an invitation to step into your greatness, to rise above the mundane, and to experience the fullness of who you are. It is a call to live not just as human beings having a spiritual experience, but as spiritual beings embracing the human journey. In the tapestry of transcendence, every thread is vital, every color vibrant, and every pattern meaningful. You are an integral part of this divine masterpiece, and your contribution is essential. As we conclude this exploration, may you carry these insights with you, weaving them into the fabric of your everyday life. May you live with the knowledge that you are a creator, an alchemist, a seeker of truth, and a traveler of the stars. May the tapestry of transcendence be your guide and the universe your companion on this incredible voyage of discovery.